Well, boys, what's going on? Welcome back to a video that I'm kind of worried about over here. So we're taking, as you can see here, well, you can't see, you see the trailer, the enclosed. It is finally dyno day. Well, dyno day always kind of makes me nervous, just because dyno is like a stress test. So if there's something wrong, it's going to show on the dyno, or let go on the dyno. You know, whether than going out to the desert and having an issue there, we're heading out to the dyno to go figure out, number one, if we can get a little more power out of it. Number two, if we can, you know, making sure everything pretty much runs good, and maybe take power away. Maybe there's something wrong, you know, find issues if there's issues. We're on the way down to our buddy Darden tuning, and I'll show you the process and how everything's gonna work. All right, boys, we've arrived. It's got some nice cars here. Looks like got some big power here. So we finally arrived here at Darden Tuning. That's what this place is called, right? Darden Tuning?
Yeah, Darden Tuning.
That'll work, he said. So this is Mr. Darden himself.
How you guys doing?
And he's gonna he'll fix this thing. So as like I've told you guys before, I know this thing's running rich. You can see the black smoke, you know, you can smell it. So with this Terminator X, they say, oh, just self-tune, all that. If you guys do, I recommend just bringing it here, let them tune it, let them get it going for you. And you know, you want to make sure everything is good. You can spend a lot of money on these cars, and who knows, you know, it could be running rich, you can have too high EGTs, something could go wrong. So it's always safe to get these things dynoed.
Is it in it's a neutral, right?
Correct.
Keep an eye on this value right here. You see how it says map right there, 100 kPa?
Yeah.
Does it have a fuel pump on here, or just?
It just shut off,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you saw how the map sensor moved down to 49 kPa. That's good.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, they'll assign the map sensor that's built in the Holly.
I replaced literally on this car every single sensor possible on IAC, you know, coolant temp, the map, every sensor I just replaced.
It looks like, yeah, it's been adding fuel here and taking away fuel.
Okay. See, guys, this is why you got to come to places like this. You got to get in. You can remove my pillow. That's just because I can't reach the clutch. I know, guys, don't be making fun of my pillow, okay? These seats are too damn big and it doesn't go up anymore. Here you go, boys. He's doing his magic. So now, guys, he's bolting this hub assembly up because there is no in-ground dyno here. He puts it to this bad boy right here, and well, I assume that's gonna go right into there, and then he's gonna get jiggy with it. Here's the other side right here. Give you a better look of the machine. Look at these things. It's pretty incredible how they're made, all hydraulic. I mean, that's fancy stuff right there, guys. And if you're wondering the brand, these are Dyno Packs brand. All right, boys. It's almost party time over here.
Party time.
He's getting his headphones for his music.
There's another set if you guys want it.
All right. Oh boy, here we go. You guys ready? It's about to go down. Now, if it gets too loud for all my headphone users out there, I apologize. I will try to adjust the volume as much as I can, but it might get a little loud, so fair warning. All right, guys, so what he's gonna do here, I guess, what do you do to... How do you know when this motor is maxed, or you keep it, you know, reliable and safe? So, because I'm sure the questions I'm gonna get is, well, yeah, he pumped a ton of power or fuel or air or whatever, and it's not reliable now.
Theoretically, on a NA motor, there's no such a thing. Like, you can't really hurt. It's very, I don't see how you can even hurt it NA wise unless you run something like outrageous, like 40 degrees of timing at full throttle, which would be stupid. But
okay,
this thing normally will talk to you, so it'll like a certain AFR. So let's say like I tune this thing at 12.4 AFR, and then I try 12.8 and it picks up 2 horsepower, and then I try 12.0 and it loses like 10 horsepower. Then I can tell right around like 12.4, 12.50 is right where the motor wants to be.
Okay.
Same thing with timing. Like, we'll start off, we'll run it at a richer AFR, which we know, okay, this thing's not going to make the best power at 12.0, but it's going to be a little bit safer, and then we can lean it out and see what the motor likes. Once we figure out what the motor likes, then we add some timing, and once we see that if we add timing and it leans out a little bit, then we know it liked it and it picked up power.
Okay, and for you guys that aren't familiar with this stuff, NA, what he means by, but not by that, is naturally aspirated. So, which means I have no turbo, I have no supercharger on this thing. It's just all motor.
On a turbo setup, yeah. Like let's say on a turbo setup, you'll be knock limited. And some motors are knock limited, meaning that you cannot reach your desired torque peak with the amount of timing advance. Because let's say if this thing was 13 compression and you're trying, this motor likes 25 degrees of timing, but you cannot get there because it's actually knocking because you're knock limited because your compression is so high. Okay. So you have to run like 18 or 19 degrees of timing. Any more than that, it's knocking.
All right. And when he said, guys, AFR, which means air fuel ratio, so he's going to look at that. Just for you guys that don't understand the abbreviations, that's what all of this means. All right, boys. Well, here we go. It's go time.
Yeah, so the cool feature the dyno has is you see how I was holding the dyno at, I was holding the car at 2,000 RPMs, then I was tuning every angle of the throttle, then I was going to 25, 3,000, 35, 4,000, all the way up to 4,600, and then I'm modulating the throttle to get the perfect air fuel mixture at every angle of the throttle, not just full throttle. The full throttle tuning, once we're done with this, is just a couple pulls and good to go. Okay. So now that I got my VE table built up, I'm pretty much, right now, I'm like 95% done with the tune.
Oh, jeez, okay.
So, you just need to do a couple full throttle pulls and that's it.
And what gear do you do this in?
This is in fourth gear.
Fourth gear. And that is that, I assume that's its drive gear, 1-to-1 gear?
That should be on these transmissions, like the closest to 1-to-1, yeah. Okay. This is a pretty big motor.
Shit, all right.
It made, at 2,000 RPMs, you have almost 400 pounds of torque.
Oh, wow.
Timing at 19.4, so I took two and a half almost degrees out, and then we went from 487 to 468, so we lost 20 horsepower. Oh, shit. So we know that it does not like 19 degrees, right? So now we're gonna go the other way. So now we figured out the fuel, so now we'll figure out the timing, and it should make 500 plus. Wow, okay. And you can see the graph looks nice and smooth. Don't worry about this portion here. This is me with the throttle. But after here, you can see it's nice and smooth power graph. So this is how you want your target AFR versus your actual closed loop system to be. So we're hitting the target AFR perfect on spot, and it's taking away 1% fuel to get there. That's like better than OEM style. So perfect. So if the O2 sensor ever fails, it's still going to run perfect. Excellent. So here are the final numbers right there. You see the torque, 494. Horsepower, 504. And then I'm going to get rid of the tuning lines, so it'll just be the final. Okay. You guys saw it. Here you go. So we got no BS, nothing. So I'll tell you, it's 504.84. It's 504.84. The graph looks smooth, so it should be a fun car. Nice. That's the thing you could do with this thing, because look at that, you got 425 horsepower at 3,000 RPM. Torque. Torque, yeah. Wow, that's badass. All right, we're ready. Well, boys, you saw it there. So 504 to the wheels and 494, I believe it said torque, which I'm very impressed by that. Naturally aspirated.
not bad. So this thing should rip. So now he's gonna get everything off. We're gonna load it back up in the old enclosed here. Well, boys, I'm very impressed with this old girl right here. I was not expecting 504 horsepower out of this thing. I must say, that's pretty good. Out of naturally, you gotta remember, naturally aspirated, guys. So this has got no turbo, no, you know, Whipple. It's got nothing. It's just pretty much NA, all motor. So I was not expecting to get 504. I was thinking, you know, like maybe 420, 440, you know, 450 max. I'm very impressed and surprised that this thing got that high. But so far, very happy with the car, guys. Very happy with how the dash turned out. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you know, for my subscribers that are just joining in, this thing had a completely different dash on it. We put a nice little digital screen in this thing. So I'm very happy with this thing, the way it turned out. Very happy with the power. Fans were kicking on, you know, car was running cool. No leaking, nothing went wrong. You know, I brought like a ton of spare, you know, parts. Like, I got belts, I got fuel pumps, I got spark plugs. You know, I got a ton of stuff just in case something went wrong. But old girl has impressed me, and very excited that, you know, and happy that nothing went wrong on her. So I like it. Shout out to Darden Tuning. That guy, boy, he's good. He knows his stuff. I mean, as soon as I pulled it out of the trailer, he knew exactly what was wrong with it. He tuned this thing quick. He shows you everything. He explains to you everything, as you guys saw in the video. The guy does a really, really good job. And for my new subscribers out there, I'll show you what the screen looks like. Hit that button right there. And bam, it's gonna kick on right now. There you go, right now. So, there you go. I'll give you a little close-up on it right there for you. Oh yeah, and then you got the race radio. If you want to hit the radio, just hit the radio right there. Boom, everything's all, you know, start, obviously start. Light bar, you know, up here. Everything's all push button. Boom. Whip, doing that next week. Heated seats, waiting for the guy to call back. Underglow, ordered. Dome light, doing today. Stereo, waiting, figure out what I'm doing. And radiator, I was thinking I was gonna do like a bypass so I can kick on the fans if I want to just leave them running. I don't know, for whatever reason, but that's it, guys. She's almost all done. And for the haters, let me know. You know, I'm sure you're gonna complain about the dyno. So complain about the dyno too. Let me know what you guys think he did wrong with the dyno, because I'm sure those comments will be coming too. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe. Peace.
Yeah.